Hi there, and welcome back to the Heartbeat of Money. I'm Jon P. Moffitt, and today we're stepping into one of the deepest, most emotional, and honestly, most holy conversations we've had yet. We've talked about starting a business. We've talked about running a business. But today, we're going to talk about letting go. And not because you're tired, not because you failed, but because you've completed an assignment and you're being called into your next one. This episode is about legacy. But before you build it, you've got to release what you've been holding on to. So let's start with the truth no one really talks about. Exiting a business isn't just a transaction. It's a transformation. And like every real transformation, it comes with grief. You've poured years, maybe decades, into building this thing. Every single team member, every piece of brand, the name on the sign, the decision, the late nights, the risk you've taken, it's personal and it feels like you, all of it. Even when you're planning your exit, even when the check clears, there's a quiet ache inside. You go from decision maker to outside, sometimes in a matter of just weeks. I've had clients describe it like almost losing a limb, like mourning a version of themselves that no longer exists. And if I'm being honest, I've walked through it too. Letting go isn't about loss, it's about making space. But you've got to be willing to feel the loss, to move through it emotionally. And that's okay because it means something, that means it mattered. And when things matter, they leave a mark. After the emotional wave of letting go, something even more challenging surfaces. You start asking, who am I now? You were the founder, you were the fixer, you were the visionary, and you were the glue. And now there's no team waiting on you. There's no emails blowing up your inbox. There's no problems that only you can solve and nobody else. And at first that feels amazing. Then it gets uncomfortable. You might feel irrelevant, forgotten, like you've been unplugged from the world you built. People stop calling, you're out of the loop, and the title that you once gave you a purpose is gone. But hear me, you're not valuable because you were productive. You're valuable because you're still becoming something. And this is where your mindset has to shift from builder of thing to builder of meaning, from performance to purpose, from hustle to heart. Now, let's shift. Because exiting, that's not the end. It's the invitation to the next age. This is where legacy begins. And let me be clear, legacy isn't just money, it's meaning. It's what you built into people, into family, into the world. After the business card is gone, this is the moment where you're mentoring rising entrepreneurs, investing in people, not just portfolios, writing that book that you've always wanted to write, starting a foundation, and start speaking the truth on things to people and helping them understand. Build the life that you always put off. You get your strength through your family. You pour into your community and finally live the alignment instead of achievement. And no, you don't have to know exactly where you're going. You just have to take the next faithful step. Legacy isn't what you leave behind. It's what lives on through others and based on how you show up. This right here, this is why I created the next stage, because I saw too many leaders exit their business and fall into this identity crisis. They had the money, they had the time, they didn't have the clarity. And most wealth strategies, most of them, they only talk about dollars, not direction. That's where we're different. The next age isn't just about money, it's about meaning after the milestone. We walk through clarity for your next chapter, reconnecting with true purpose, designing a rhythm that feels right, and protecting your wealth, but also repurposing it. Finding peace after the spotlight fades, because there's a difference between retiring and releasing. You don't just sell a business, you step into the highest calling yet. Let me share a story. I had a client, Now, a friend, he called me about 90 days after selling his company. It was a massive exit, 8 figures, life-changing. He spent the first 2 months celebrating, and then he rested for a while, played some golf, and traveled. And then, man, he crashed. I remember the call like it was yesterday. He said, Jon, I don't know who I am anymore. I've always been the CEO, and now I'm just here. So we took the time, and I walked him through the next stage. We rebuilt from the inside out. And guess what? He launched a legacy foundation with his kids. It's amazing. He started mentoring young founders. He poured into people the way others poured into him. And now he runs a portfolio that aligns with his values, not just his bottom line. He's fulfilled, he's grounded, and he's at peace. When he let go of his role, he discovered the man. And that's where legacy lives. If you're on the edge of a transition, or you're already on the other side of it, and you're wondering, what now? I want you to hear me. You're not done. You're just getting started. It isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of your next age. So subscribe, leave a review, and visit nextstagewealth.com. And if you're ready to design a life that's rooted in legacy, aligned with your calling, and rich in purpose, then give us a call, DM me, or contact me, or schedule a one-on-one call. Next week, we're going to begin a powerful new direction, building wealth through multifamily assets. And until then, I'm Jon P. Moffitt with the Heartbeat of Money. And remember, build with purpose, exit with power, and always be visualizing beyond the exit.